Right, no fancy graphics or time lapse or music. We're going back to basics. You guys want an update on that Mark 1 grifter? I've got a new project behind me. Let's turn that camera around and go straight into action, show you what's going on. So guys, welcome back to the video. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's completely free. Turn on that little notification bell and you'll get upload notifications when I upload. Right, grifter Mark 1, 2,000 views. You guys loved it. Not a lot happened since last video, unfortunately. What has happened though is the Survivor Mark 1 bars have sold. They were bent at the bottom. You could put the forks in, the bars could go in the forks, but not to any great extent. Moved them on. I'm after a fresh pair of bars. Down here on the garage floor, that's the original Mark 1 forks. That light is on here. Let's just show you that light. Now, you can see there, nice and straight, up to a point. But then I managed to bugger up the thread, just there. You see that? There. Getting the bars out, I managed to screw the thread up. So, a bit like Paul Martin, we both managed to bugger up the forks on a Mark 1 grifter. So they will be either sold as is, also they're bent. So you can see there, the bars used to go in up to about there, and then they used to not go down any further. So they'll be sold. I'm after now some new forks or a grifter for braking. Wheels and tyres. Again, these are the original tyres to that Mark 1 grifter frame. So 1978 wheel and tyre. Somehow the wheel likes to, right, hang on, that's it. There's a bit of damage here somewhere. That wheel rim is completely knackered here. It's almost taken in half. Big chunk coming out there, and somewhere else as well. There it is. It's completely split in half. Put a tube in. Well, the Survivor tube wasn't punctured. Don't know how. We got a super grip on, the original super grip tyre, and that has been holding there now for 3 days. That wheel, in my opinion, is ready to go on. I sourced the front wheel, as you know. Cleaned up a little bit, but I'm not really worried about cleaning up anymore. Again, a nice original super grip. They'll go on. So, handlebars sold. Forks will be kept as, for whatever reason, I don't know, or sold. 2 wheels to go on. And then obviously, over here you got the crank. That's not broken, but the nice age to his frame, the grounding dirt and rust, surface corrosion is what I love. Nice close-up shots of this frame. Lovely old frame. Replace the bits with the aged parts. I've got a seat for it as well, which is not in shot, but when it's getting ready to that stage of completion, I'll introduce the seats. I've got the brakes, obviously. That there is the Fulcrum clip with the remains of a gear toggle, the gear cable in there. So that'll come out, then knock that bit of gear cable out, then refit. I think the chain's past it. If I can save it, I will. A bit stiff and the gear linkages are a bit buggered. But that's the update on that grifter. Moving on. I picked up this little rally RSW on Facebook Marketplace. RSW 3. So it's a Mark 3. And this one, I think, will be a breaker, because it's just a bit knackered. Right, let's give you a close up of all the bits. The wheel is missing that bit there. That's down here somewhere. So we've got the inners there of that wheel. And that is, I'd never seen the inside before of a dyno hub. And that to me is fascinating. Right, let's show you what's what. Yeah, so before we crack into that RSW, I want to say a massive hello to a subscriber I met last week. He reached out on Instagram. He lived local and he blagged himself those set of frame pads, mag burner, mag 20, completely free. I give it to him. He had the pads. Also gave him a little BMX little flip book from the 80s and a plastic box for his fishing gear. So yeah, he's chuffed to bits. He got some free stuff. I got some stuff that way. Everyone's happy. Also update on that Rally Lizard. That has sold on eBay. That's gone. That's getting packed up tomorrow and on its journey. That'll be with a new owner at the end of the week. The Mark 1 chopper has sold. That's gone to its new home. Good profit on that chopper and good profit on that Lizard. Irrespective of some people saying it wasn't worth anything, I made a drink out of it. So I'm happy. It's been saved. I got a drink. Someone's got a Lizard. So lovely. Right, Rally RSW. So obviously that's the, going back a few stages, that's the front mudguard for the grifter. I gave it a good soak in some GT85 penetration fluid and spray. Try and get a bit of rust off, but I'm not after a show winning bike. I'm after a Survivor rebuilt. That's all I want from this grifter, a Survivor rebuilt. And obviously that's the front brake blocks and stays. Very rusty, but again, not worried. Right, RSW. So this to me is a breaker. So we've got the remains of the gear shifter on there. It would have had a bit joined on, like a grip, like a twist grip. You got some naff handlebar grip on there, and again on the other side you've got a knackered old bill that probably for the spiders, is it? No, that's fine. So that'll come off. That's worth a £5, the old bell. We'll get rid of the brake cables and the levers, get them off, worth a £5. Handlebars worth, I don't know, tenner, don't know. But the main value in these RSWs is the front forks. People buy these to cut the threads down, because the front forks on these have got really high, almost to beyond the Rally herring badge. So really high front forks. People buy them to cut down for choppers. I'm not going to cut any forks in half. You've seen my skills with an angle grinder, ain't happening. Front wheel's pretty good, but I don't even know that's definitely an RSW front wheel, but it's a Mark 3, so it's slightly thinner than a Mark 1 or Mark 2. And obviously that is the inside I just saw earlier with dyno hub. So take the wheel off, put the hub back in, raw nuts. So you've got the R nuts on the front, or what's left of them. So good set of nuts on that. Did I really say good set of nuts? Got these really cool mud guards. So they'll go with a mud guard flap. So they'll be sold. We got a nice set of pedals, which I think are also the same as a Chopper Mark 1. So maybe they carried on the some of the parts from the RSW. So I think this is like 60s, late 60s. The Mark 1 choppers came out, I think, 70. So they might have carried some parts over onto the Mark 1 chopper. And obviously then the Mark 1 chopper crossover had the Mark 2 pedals on. So these are worth 20 quid. So, you know, it's adding up now. 20 quid for the pedals, 25 quid for forks, tenner, fiver. It's adding up. Seats worth 15 quid, believe it or not. And then obviously the seat post, the seat clamp, sorry. Back wheel is no good apart for parts. Not a bad hub on that. If you even know how, you could get that fixed, couldn't you, that hub? Get a hub fixed up. If you even know, you got a little Sturmy Archer wheel nut there. They're always handy to have. Not worth anything. Worth a couple of quid, if that. But then you've got a couple of chains. And I reckon these must be the remains of that back wheel. Let's get a light over here so we can see what we're doing. So if they the remains of a back wheel, yeah, that's obviously that's it. So that's the obviously the spoke. I can't think what I'm saying tonight. That's obviously the cog, isn't it? So that's the cog there. Yeah. That's the cog there, the bearings in. Let's turn the light off because it's going to interfere with the camera. That's it. So that's obviously the cog, the bearings. It's got some nice original bearings there. Got some other bits there. That's not worth anything, that's going in the bin. That's not worth anything at all. That's the front light. Actually, that cog's better than this light, isn't it? So that's the inside of a cog or an RSW. I love these old cogs because you can see how precise they were in a factory and getting every single ball bearing in the correct space. Obviously the axle goes through there, doesn't it? So the axle goes through there, and obviously when the axle turns, the ball bearings just help its movement. That'll go. That'll sell. So the parts, these little bits here, 20 quid. Chains a fiver, so 25. Pedals, 20 quid, so 45. Then the crank, a tenner, 55. Front wheel, 30 quid, 85. Front forks, 25 quid, 110. So, believe it or not, that bike in parts, 120, 130 pound, roughly in value. Let's just zoom back at it. That's it. So maybe 120, 130 pound in parts. The bike cost me 30 quid. So pre-tax profit on this RSW, £100 pre-tax profit. So I'm pleased. Mud guards again, front and rear mud guard. Let's get that that way. So you got the rear mud guard there. It's really cool yellow line and the rack. So yeah, and then the frame itself isn't worth much, but it's great things to hang up in your garage. Worth a tenner, 20 quid. So yeah, decent money in a scrap RSW. Put the work in, fix up everything, get a back wheel sorted out. I might have a back wheel, but I'm not really bothered. But yeah, bike itself worth 120, 150 pound, maybe ish at the very, very most. So either way, the profit is still the same. but by stripping an RSW, you're saving 6 or 7 others. So from a very novice bike builder's perspective, maybe it's best to strip a battered RSW to save 7 others, as opposed to being selfish. Maybe selfish, as some might see it, and only preserving 1. Yeah, so that's it really. Not put out much content recently. Last video was 10 days ago, so apologies to regular viewers, but subscribers who look forward to seeing the Dealer Mike episode. The chap I saw on a weekend last week, a subscriber who managed to blag himself some free bits. He loved the videos. He says he's informative. He got good close-up shots to the paintwork and the tools you use. So yeah, some good feedback on that. Looking at projects on Wednesday night. Hopefully I can pick it up. I bought a little mini burner as well on April the 5th. So 11 days ago. No tracking number. So hopefully I'm not being scammed. If I've been scammed, eBay will sort it out and refund me. I'm giving that buyer the chance to get in touch with me. That seller, sorry, the chance to get in touch with me and give me that tracking number. He said he's posted it. I don't disbelieve him, but I want a tracking number. Yeah, pass the force. I have tracking numbers. I can track it and see where it is in the system. Yeah. Recently, I've lost a few subscribers. They're probably bored of watching this nonsense. I can't blame them. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, just check out the subscription page, notification bell, and it's free. It's completely free, and it helps me out. A like, a thumbs up helps me out. A comment helps the channel grow, the algorithm, and let's try and get to 400 subscribers. We're on about a 370-ish sort of mark. Let's try and get to 400 in the next couple of weeks. It'd be awesome if you could do it for me. I'd appreciate it very much. Instagram, dealermike_9494. I'm feeling generous. I might put out a couple of bits for free. An old tyre, maybe like an old part, that sort of thing. Yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, and hopefully I'll catch you, I predict, possibly on Friday. I'll film Friday, so it might be a weekend video coming up. I'll see you soon.